Hello, hi. I know this stream was pretty late from when I planned it. Sorry about that. Had a lot more planning involved than I anticipated. Anyway, so today I'm going to try to create a Sherpa lining for this denim jacket. I got this guy at a thrift store for like a couple of bucks, which is not a bad deal at all. Oh my gosh, why is my camera freaking out? Alright, hold on a second. Let me see, because I feel like every time I move this jacket, my video feed is like freaking out. Okay, maybe not. Bizarre. Okay. Anyway, sorry. It's a little bit new to me to stream on YouTube. If anything is weird, please do let me know. I am switching over from Twitch, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to figure out, of course, how to get my... Okay. Oh my gosh, Bobcat, hi! How's it going? I guess that's just gonna be my chat. Okay, I'm like not a professional, we all know this. Okay. Anyway. So... I don't know. Okay, let's just like time out really quick. Because my visuals are like freaking out. So, give me 1 second.
Well, it wouldn't been, couldn't been worse than you would ever know. On the dashboard, melted bow, still had the radio. Oh, it should have been, could have been worse than you would ever know. Well, you told me about nowhere, well, it sounds like some place I'd like to go. Oh, it could have been, should have been worse than you would ever know. Well, the windshield was broken, but I love the fresh air, you know. The dashboard left the door, still had the radio. Well, it would have been, could have been worse than you would ever know. The dashboard left the door, still had the radio. Oh, we talked about nothing, which was more than I wanted to know. Oh, 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 now here we go. Oh, it would've been, could've been worse than it had even gone. Well, the car was on blast, but I was already where I want. Well, should we ever even get around?
Okay, let's try this again. Hi Blue Slushy, by the way. Okay. I tried. Why is this doing this? I'm not an engineer. I don't know how to fix this. I tried to turn down the frame rate and I was hoping that maybe that would do the trick, but maybe not. Is it like the lighting or something? This is so bizarre. Cause like my face cam isn't like doing it. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. And hopefully maybe it doesn't do it anymore. I don't know. If it starts getting like too wild, I'll try to figure something out because I feel like that's gonna like stress me out. Okay, so I guess to kind of explain what I'm doing. So I'm trying to put a lining of this like fluffy material in the jacket. And pretty much what I need to do is make like a pattern for this kind of, but I'm gonna cheat and I'm just going to trace it, which is probably like the easiest thing in the entire world. Okay, so I've got some paper. I think I have everything prepared, but I'm not a professional, so you know me. Okay. I apologize if this is like disgusting on the audio. I like never think about what the sounds of what I'm doing will sound like on my mic, which is just like sitting right there on the table. I like never realize how loud sewing is until I'm doing it like on camera. Also, I apologize for the like auto brightness. That's just how it's gonna have to be, I think. Okay. I do have to give everybody a forewarning. I'm like mildly nervous because I've never tried to take an already created item and like, excuse me, make a pattern from it. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just a little nervous, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. I know that I've seen people do this before on YouTube, and they make it look so easy, and I'm like, okay, look here. How are you doing this? Maybe they just have more space, I don't know, but that's fine. Also, my coffee has disappeared, and yes, I know it is 3:30 in the afternoon, but I woke up so late and I was so tired. Like, it has been a wild time in the life of me, and I think my body was just like, we're not waking up today. Okay. I was thinking maybe I was gonna weight some stuff down. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. Okay. Question for the Sherpa jacket. I definitely want it to go on the collar. I want to use the button still, so it doesn't need to go this far. I guess we'll not have it. I was gonna say maybe we could have it like come up over the bottom, but that might be too much because I do have this button. I guess you guys probably can't really see, but I do have this button here on the bottom, so maybe that's like too far. Okay. Okay. Time to just do it. I'm going to draw in pencil first, just in case I make any little oopsie doopsies. And then I will go over it in Sharpie so everyone else can see it as well. I don't even know where to start. I'm very nervous that this isn't gonna pan out. And I only have so much fabric. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been wanting to create this jacket lining for a very, very long time. I've had this fabric for probably a year. And I was just so nervous to make this stupid lining. And I don't even know why. Like, worst case scenario, like, it doesn't even have to, like, look that good. Okay. But, I mean, it's, like, on the inside, like, I'm the only one that's gonna know. So I just figured, like, so I don't want to make this sound horrible, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't sound horrible, I don't know. I'm just a worrywart. Anyway, so I figured if I was like, you know what, I'm gonna live stream it. I'm gonna do it on the internet, and I'm gonna tell people I'm gonna do it on the internet so that I have to do it, and there's like a sort of like obligation, like I've told people I'm gonna do it, so I have to do it. And honestly, I have to say, for that fact alone, YouTube has probably been one of the best things for me. Is like, I'm like, okay, I do this thing, and I'm sure a lot of other people do it as well, where I get like inside my own head and I get nervous about like the failure of it, that like maybe it's like not gonna work out, or like something, which is like silly, because how else are you gonna learn if you don't fail? And so I would just procrastinate. And then when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna like sew on YouTube, because that looks fun and other people are doing it and they're having a great time, and like I want to have a great time. So I was like, I'll just sew on YouTube. And then turns out, when I tell people I'm gonna do stuff, I have to do it, or I feel like I have to do it, and like that's like been pretty good for me, I think. Okay, so I think this is gonna be the tricky part, is like the neckline. I had considered, so I'd considered trying to map the sleeves out, and do like trace the sleeves basically and put sleeve inserts. I don't know about that, okay. But Bobcat, you said you were gonna have an anxiety attack. That's so scary. I'm so sorry. Those are the worst. I hope you're feeling better though, because it's not fun being there, and it's like not fun the time around it, like the up to it and like the after, like none of it's good. So I hope you're feeling better. What is this? The shoulder seam? Okay, I apologize if nobody can see anything I'm doing. I'm basically trying to like flatten this out and like work around the rounded parts, and only trace around like the front portion at the moment. This is actually like, I don't know, it's probably better than actually drafting patterns, to be honest. That's like absolutely the worst. You're welcome, Bobcat. I feel like there's not enough, I mean, I don't know, more recently there has been, but it's like, I feel like there just isn't enough of people like being there for other people. Like we're so like, not like you specifically, but I feel like just like as a society, like we've been so conditioned to like only worry about ourselves, and like this kind of like mind your own business. Like I feel like we've kind of taken it like too far a little bit. Like what is life if there's no people to share it with, you know? If we don't care about each other. Alright. Okay, like as I'm drawing this, I'm literally like, wow, I really hope this turns out. But like honestly, worst case scenario, it doesn't turn out. And then like, then what? Nothing. I'm gonna go grab my coffee really quick. Okay, I took my watch off. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Also, just like really quickly, my dad does this really cool thing where he goes places and he brings me back coffee mugs. And the newest edition, I just want to like brag about it for a moment, is fucking Mount Rushmore. Look how absurd this is. It's like even 3D kind of. It's so good. Like, honestly, I don't know, my family's never been one for tradition, but my dad started doing this thing where he just gets coffee mugs wherever he goes, and then wherever I go, I get him shot glasses, so that's really fun. I don't think I condone the act of putting an open beverage near your crafting area, but as my dad always said, do as I say, not as I do. Okay. So, where did this go? Okay. I've not completely traced that, I guess. This is a little weird. This is bizarre. Is the audio so freaking, or not the audio, oh my god, the visual so freaking out. I think I just caught it for like a second, but I don't know for sure. Okay. Okay. Wow, you know what? I feel like I have just like needed to sew for such a long time, and I just like haven't, because I've just felt like too exhausted. Like I just like come home and I'm like, I just want to like chill out and like have a beer and like not do anything. But I think like this is what I needed. Like this is feeling good. Also, can I just say, we are going on a trip to New York soonish, and I really want this sweet like trucker jacket to be finished, and like really like that's where I'm at with this, and like that's why I'm like I need to just like do this, because I need a sweet trucker jacket to get me by in New York. Because also okay, I realize my head's like in the way and I apologize. Try to keep this as like not the back of my head as possible. Oh, this is gonna be a little bit difficult. Okay, I think if I do this, because like what if I have a little bit of excess, who's gonna know? Anyway, I think I want to kind of like anything that I have that I've been meaning to make like clothing wise, I think I want to make before we go to New York, because I want to look cool as shit, obviously. Okay. Wow, okay. It's a thing. You can't see it yet. I'll trace over it. But it's a thing. I'm excited. Wow, that was the most painless, probably pattern thing I've ever done in my life. Okay, let me just get my life together here for a second. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just, what we call in the biz, truing your pattern, which is like straightening all the edges that need to be straight and just like smoothing everything out. Because this guy, our shoulder seam should probably be straight. Boop, look at that. What do you know? Probably like this needs to be straight as well. Then when you're like tracing fabric too, it's like very pliable, and that is kind of an issue, because it's like hard to get it to be straight, because presumably the seams down here are straight, and then it's like also trusting that wherever this was made, I think this particular piece was made in Bangladesh, that the poor, probably underpaid workers of Bangladesh made straight lines. Ooh, you know what I need? Boom, this guy, so good. Okay. Also, I'm like one of those freaks that like writes my name on my rulers. So just think about that for a second. Dad and I were watching this like Game Grumps, I think it was like the Power Hour or something, and they needed to borrow somebody's like rulers, and he had his like name all over the rulers, and they were like, why is your name on the rulers? And he was like, don't you write your name on your rulers? They were like, no, that's weird. And Dad was like laughing about it, and he's like, what a freak, like writing his name on his rulers. And I was like, all of my rulers, almost all of my rulers have my name on it. Like this one has my name on it, and I believe, actually, this one doesn't have my name on it. This might be the only one I have right now that has my name on it. It's actually funny that I thought, ooh, I'm glad you're liking the music. I figured since I'm making a kind of, I don't know, like a indie, like hipster type jacket, that it'd be kind of fun to like play like indie music. Oops, sorry about hitting the mic. I got a little too excited there. I love indie music. It's probably my favorite genre. What kind of music do you guys listen to? I'm always interested to hear like what kind of music people listen to, because I feel like you can tell a lot about a person by the type of music that they listen to. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing, like when I meet someone, I don't want to like be like, what kind of music do you listen to? But like at the same time, I want to be like, what kind of music do you listen to? Because I just want to know like who that person is. Because I feel like music is your soul. You know what I mean? Mars Volta. I don't know that I've ever really like listened to Mars Volta, actually. I know kind of ish who that is. Don't come for me. Ooh, Lana Del Rey. Halsey. Patty I don't know who Patty Gertie is, but I love Lana Del Rey. I would marry her. She is absolutely beautiful, and she is a fabulous artist. Okay, so we have the front of this guy. I probably want to add a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch here on the side seam. I'm thinking, and maybe a 1/4 inch here. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. Like right about here. Also, that's something else to keep like in mind if you feel so inclined to trace, like do anything remotely close to what I'm doing, is so the front I traced around the button placket. Let me just show you guys. So I basically traced around this like front part that overlaps, which is an extra like 1.25 inches of fabric that we aren't going to use, but that's fine. That's something I can probably just pretend this is the Sherpa fabric, like fold it and then have it like sewn here. There will be hand sewing, which I'm a little nervous about. I did try to get some thread that's like close-ish. Honestly, this isn't even almost close, but whatever. It's that kind of weird gold denim thread. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all denim has this like weird gold thread. Okay. Anyway, so that's something to keep in mind. And then this is the side seam here. So since there was no extra fabric there, we're gonna have to add on extra fabric so we can attach the back and front pieces. Also, I'm not like a professional. So I apologize if anything I'm saying is like maybe incorrect for any people that have like shown up. Oh wow, what? I'll throw a link over on Discord. Cool. I am down for like finding new music. Okay. I'm a creature of comfort for sure, and I will not seek out new music. I have to like force myself. It's like not in my nature to find new music. So I really like listening to like Spotify radios and stuff. Also, I recently got Spotify Premium or Prime or whatever the fuck it's called. And so now there's no ads. And I really didn't think I needed it. I really didn't think I did. But then I got it and I was like, you know, because I do like to stream with like music and then we can all hang out and like listen. But I hate the ads. Like the ads like throws me off. It's like fine when I'm sewing like by myself because I feel like I get into the zone and I like can't even hear the music anyway. Whoop. Okay. That's good enough-ish. Okay. But like really, like Spotify Premium, like no ads, life-changing. I'm so glad I finally decided to do that. Bobcat, you said you're learning some stuff. Do you sew or are you just learning stuff? 'Cause, well, there's a storm a-brewing, clearly. I think my overhead lights are out. It is so dark. I'm so sorry. Let me like adjust this little one single light I've got on my hands. Maybe that'll brighten her up a little bit. The shadows are going to be a little harsh, but at least you'll be able to see like what's happening. I literally just looked at my overhead camera to talk to you, and that's weird because that doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm gonna put my little chat thing here. And by chat thing, I mean my cell phone. What was I gonna say? Wow, I have no idea. Probably just take a drink of coffee while I'm trying to figure my life out. And then this, so usually, if I remember correctly, I usually have to like look this up, but I believe any rounded seams are going to be like a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then straight like at the shoulder seam and side seam it's going to be about a 1/2 inch. I think. Oh, actually, hello. Okay, this ruler, like for real, is so good. If you do any sort of like drafting, like absolutely like at all, like whether it's like you're making patterns or you're just like, I don't know, drawing anything, this is like the best. It has really made a world of difference. I always saw people like online like drawing with them, and I was like, wow, that's probably pretty handy. Turns out it's extremely handy. I don't know where to put this. Okay. Boop. So this we will need to, so we have the front, and this is cut 2, and that should be good enough, I think. So we'll cut this baby out. Also, sometimes I think like maybe I should get like actual pattern paper to draw on, because you can just like order like a roll of actual like pattern paper, like that tissue. Okay, I'm sure you guys have seen sewing patterns. It's like that tissue paper. That's the only way I can describe it, but it's like not quite tissue. I don't know, maybe it is just tissue paper. Anyway, you can pretty much like buy like a thicker form of that tissue paper to make patterns for, but I really don't know if I need it. Like this I feel like is working out, and I literally got this at a thrift store, as I've purchased most things in my life. This is actually a roll of paper for an IKEA children's art station. It's like a little art easel for kids, And you can just like stick this like roll of paper on it, and you can like roll it down, like do whatever. But that's literally what this is. I mean, it's working out, and I feel like I'll probably use this up and then maybe actually get real pattern paper. And I wonder like if it's gonna make like a big difference, because like obviously this paper, it's really like not meant for what I'm using it for, like at all. So I wonder if I get like actual pattern paper, if it's gonna make a difference at all. But then I'm like, you know what, even if it makes a difference, it's probably gonna make it easier. And to be honest, I feel like learning something the hard way is probably better, because then it just gets easier, and then you have like better skills. Unless I'm totally screwing myself over. I don't know. Smallish sewing skills. Okay. I know a lot of people like don't really sew, and I know the kind of like DIY, like do-it-yourself thing is still pretty like trending right now. But I feel like a lot of people don't have like sewing skills. But whenever someone's like, yeah, like I can kind of sew or like whatever, I'm always like really excited about it, because outside of fashion school, I never really like have met anyone else that like sews or has any like skill or interest at all. Okay. And then I don't know, I might just try to cut out, okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself maybe, but I was thinking about the back portion, if I should try to like do like a cut on fold type deal, or if I should just trace out the entire back, or like just the half of the back, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know what will be better. I really am so excited for this, to be honest. I agree. Also, speaking of reading, I know like Dad always gives me like a lot of like shit for like not ever like reading on my own, and that was kind of like the whole like premise of like the Harry Potter thing, was that I would never read the books on my own because I just don't read. Which isn't totally inaccurate. I'm just always like a little bit of a busybody, like doing like arts and crafts like when I'm at home, and I mean outside of home I don't really like have time to read. Like at work or anything, like even on my lunch, it's like people don't shut up. They don't stop talking to me. I mean, sometimes they do, but a lot of times they don't. And so it's like I don't really have anywhere else to like read except home. However, I finished a book on my own, and it's called The Human Animal, and it is the most fabulous book that I've listened to, that I've read in a very long time, and I highly recommend it. The premise of the book is basically that the government has controlled the food people eat. Like they've made it illegal to eat meat, or basically it's illegal to not be vegan, more or less. And the people are forced to like have faux like leather, faux fur, like the whole lifestyle, everything is like cruelty free, people aren't eating meat, excuse me, that kind of stuff. Which, oh my god, I just finished it like the other day. Such a good book. And you follow a guy who's kind of a part of the government. Like you could say he's kind of like maybe like a police officer, like a military member almost. I would say probably closer to like a military member. Like he goes out and like patrols the streets and stuff. And that's the character you follow through the book. And he's loyal to the regime, and oh my god, it's good. It's like reading the story from the bad guy's point of view. I cannot talk about it enough. But of course, if anyone wants to read it, I'm not gonna like go too much into it. I don't want to like spoil anything because I have a hard time catching myself, I guess. If I'm not like careful. If I get too excited, it's like, that's it. You're gonna hear the whole story. Wow. Boop, boop. Bada bing, bada boom. We have a pattern piece. It's called The Human Animal. Let me see if I'm gonna type it in here. Human Animal. Yeah, like the antagonist, like it just has a place in my heart because like typically it's something like people don't like the antagonist. But the antagonist, I feel like, always has the best story to me. Like, they have, like, the most, not, like, the most depth, but it's, like, I can relate with that character more because they've probably gone through some shit, which I will concede to the idea that Harry Potter has gone through some shit. I feel like I'm just always going to be shitty about Harry Potter, like, just because it makes people mad. But, I don't hate his character. Okay. We've got one pattern piece down. I'm kind of like unsure at the moment because I actually don't know what year it is right now, like what time it is for. Okay, so that's not bad. I've only been sewing, or not sewing, but doing stuff for like 30 minutes, so that's not bad. I was like a little, I don't know, worried that maybe I wouldn't get super far, but I think we might get pretty far. Okay, so I need to do the back and the collar. Do I do the whole thing or just half of it? Honestly, I think half of it should be okay. Oh my gosh, okay. I got some new thread scissors, by the way. They're super, like, pretty. Aren't these, like, the prettiest scissors you've ever seen in your life? I love these. They were, like, $8 on Amazon, and they cut so nice. I'm excited to use them. They've just been, like, hanging out. Haven't used them yet, so pretty excited. I think I'm going to just fold this bad boy in half, and then I'm going to trace half of it and then just cut on the fold. I think that'll be the easiest to do, I think. I think it'll be easier for the size of paper I have also. I said shears. Did I say shears? I might have. Thread shears, thread scissors, I don't know, whatever. It's like, it's so weird. So like, whenever I'm shopping for scissors and stuff, they're called shears, which like definitely, I don't know, Bobcat, if you're American or not. Oh, my last sewing video when I said shears. So like, I personally call them scissors, but like whenever I get into the like fashion design kind of like thing, I call them shears, which is weird, but like whenever I'm shopping, they're like sometimes called shears. So it's not like, oh my god, what am I thinking of? A sheep, not like sheep, like shears, but they're definitely called shears sometimes. So sometimes I call them shears. It's just like one of those things where like sometimes it's a glove, sometimes it's a mitt. I don't know. When I was a kid and I wanted to play like baseball, my dad got me a baseball glove so we could like play catch and stuff. And I remember I used to I'd be like, oh, I need to go get my glove and my mitt, but like I would, in ball or whatever, like I would say like glove and mitt, for some reason, which is like you just need a glove or just a mitt, like whichever one you call it. But I feel like it's just one of those things. Why are there so many words for one word? I don't know. I'm sure that like over time, like for example, like scissors, maybe shears came first and scissors came second because of like whatever, like XYZ reason. Like it could have been like a slang thing that just became like a word, or it's a word from like another language, like maybe like, okay, I don't actually know if it's French, but like for example, like maybe scissors is like French and then they brought it over whenever, I don't know. I feel like usually that's how it works with words, is like originally we called it like one thing and then there's another people in the world that called it something else, so we just kind of like picked that up. Oh fuck, this is my jam. I kind of want to turn it up, but like it's not really conducive to live streaming if you can't hear what I'm saying. There's like a collar stand, if you will, in here. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like, half of this is gonna be the back and the other half is gonna be the collar, maybe? That'd be fine. I don't know. It'll figure itself out, I'm sure. Okay, I need to make sure everything is like even. Okay, this has a back panel. So I'm gonna Alice in Wonderland, the song. This is Heads Will Roll by Yeahs, and it's one of my favorite songs ever, and I love the music video. It's so good. Her and her band member are like, the music video is them playing a show and they just look absolutely like unamused, like they do not want to be there, and she is wearing the most marvelous like skin tight tank dress that's like this red like spandex with a clear vinyl dress with like big shoulders and like studs on it. It's absolutely fabulous. And that was like one of the things I wanted to dress up for as Halloween, but I couldn't decide between like a whole bunch of things, so I had everyone else decide for me, and so now I'm gonna be a child of the forest is what I decided to call it. This feels like maybe this is in half. Again, worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work. Okay. Let's go. Probably should put my Sharpie away before I lose that. God, I love this little, this is the best thing, my little apron. Just like the little like tips and tricks I've like found and like ideas I've had, because I don't know that I've seen anyone else use an apron that I can think of for sewing. Well, okay, that's not necessarily true. So documentaries and stuff that I watch about like fashion designers and their like seamstresses that they have, their seamstresses usually have like, maybe they have aprons or they have like pockets and stuff and like stuff around their neck and like whatever. But I was literally just at the thrift store and I saw this apron and I was like, oh my god, I could put my scissors in here. Like this would be great. And so I don't know, I'm sure other people do it because like I can't possibly be like actually a genius and have been the only person to have ever thought of that. So I don't really know. I guess probably just to the shoulder seam. Right? That's where we want to go to. I'm guessing. Okay. let's go here-ish. Wow, that doesn't feel right, but whatever. Gossip Girl song. Okay, so if you know me, you know I fucking can't ever stop watching Gossip Girl, and every time I hear this song, I heard the song before I ever watched Gossip Girl, but after I've seen Gossip Girl, I can't stop thinking of Gossip Girl when I hear this song. Okay. So how do I do this part of it? Thank you. I'm so glad you liked the idea that I had for my costume. I kind of like, I know like in the video I kind of explained that I have already kind of been that preacher, I guess, for Halloween before, but I didn't do it right the first time, like for sure. This definitely cuts in a little bit. Like, is actually rounded for the waist. I guess if there's a little extra bulk, whatever. Like, it's not the end of the world. Wow, how is there dog hair in my mouth? I mean, let's... Okay. This is gonna be a little weird, I think. Okay, I don't really want to unfold that, but... Okay. Right. I will never not love Gossip Girl. Oh my god, okay. So I was reading an article online, speaking of Gossip Girl, and they're going to reboot Gossip Girl, but they're not gonna like redo it. They're gonna sort of like continue on the story, and they want to have some of the original cast come back and like play their characters as like adults, which I'm like kind of stoked about. I know the guy that played Nate, he said that he would be down to do it, and a lot of the other cast said that they would be interested as well, but I think tentatively, like, they don't really know, or at least last I heard, this was like a couple months ago, but the interview or article or whatever, the people said, like, the actor said that like nobody had asked them yet. Hope it's better than the 90210. I never watched the original 90210, but I heard some people were like not excited about the reboot, like, at all. Oh my god, I love Chuck too. He's like, I love him, so good. Also, I think that actor is kind of like good looking, but like, I don't know, like, it's weird. It's like a weird thing. I feel like I don't typically, he's not like my type, but I think he's a good looking guy. He got in trouble though. He had some like sexual assault allegations, and so that's like not good. I don't know whatever like came of it, but I don't know. It was just like that time when like everybody was being, like, everyone was having like allegations like come out, and I don't know if it was people were just like jumping on the bandwagon, or because other people felt empowered to come out, that they felt empowered to come out, but it was like wild. Okay. Cool. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is like so fast and I'm like kind of nervous about it. Okay. So we need to cut on the fold. Yeah, I don't really feel like I know what to believe either about stuff like that, because I don't ever want to assume that those things never happened, because like I've never really, like, not really been in a situation like that, so I don't know. But then at the same time, it's like it's like innocent for me. It's like innocent until proven guilty. Like, I'm not just gonna take anyone's word for it. Like, I'm not just gonna take the victim's word that it happened, and I'm not just gonna take the accused's word that it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Wow, that shoulder seam is looking a little large. That's not right. That cannot be right. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of how I guess I feel about it, is like, I'm not gonna tell someone like you're a rapist, but I'm also not gonna tell someone like no, you totally didn't do anything wrong. Okay, I need to like problem solve here for a second. Oh my gosh, I loved so many characters. Presumably you finished the entire series, right? And before I go on, I'm just gonna wait till I never really thought she was like a bitch really ever. I always felt like she had like walls up. Like, to me, like, that's what her character seemed like, that she had some shit going on, but like couldn't like have shit going on, I guess, with her. Well, later? I'm guessing later. Well, see you later, dude. I hope you enjoyed hanging out for a little bit, presumably while you were at work. Oh, hey, Dave. What's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. I'm just kind of hanging out, doing some sewing, talking about Gossip Girl, because that's who I am. It's always fun. I'm glad. I feel like I just kind of stand here and like don't really do anything. Like, at least that's what it like feels like. I'm just like standing here talking about like nonsense. Okay, I need... You know what? Actually, that might be okay. We're gonna leave it. Yeah, it is an old show, Dave, but it's always in my heart. I love it. And that's that. Okay. Let's see. And then for this, I just want to make sure that everything is like matching up, because like here I'm guessing like, so the side seams need to match up and the shoulder seams like need to match up, obviously. So wait, what? What about how the Chinese are keeping Muslims captive? Why would they do that? Like, just Chinese people in general, or like Chinese in China? Like China is keeping Muslims captive? Because like, what the fuck? I actually had not heard about that at all. So anyway, the side seams need to match up, obviously, and then the shoulder seam needs to match up. So this, I wonder, I think I'm gonna draw out, I think I might just elongate the side seam a little bit. I had not heard about the Chinese keeping Muslims captive. Why, like, what's their end game? Like, why are they doing that? Like, for what purpose would they be holding Muslims captive? Like, that doesn't, like, make any sense to me at all. And then Dave, you were saying that that's like Alf for you. I don't think I've ever seen Alf. Like, I know who Alf is, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it. Just saying. There's a lot of stuff I never have seen. Like, my parents like really weren't like TV, like movie people, so like there's just a lot of stuff I never have seen. And then let's do the Pogs of Alf. I remember Pog the game from 100 years ago. Okay, about that's quarter-ish of an inch, I think. Wow, where did the sun go? I don't understand. Don't understand. Like, I mean, I know winter is coming, whatever. But, like, what the fuck? Let's, okay. I don't, like, I understand the hate for Muslims. That doesn't mean I condone it. I understand why people are scared. But what I don't understand is like how people are so like intolerant and ignorant. Well, I guess they're intolerant because they're ignorant. But like, what the fuck? Like, Muslims are people too. Like, one of my like good friends, coworker, neighbor, she was, I mean, not was, like, she's not dead and she didn't change her religion. Like, she's still Muslim. And, like, she was perfectly normal. And so it's, like, I just don't understand, like, what, like, the reasoning is for it, you know? Unless specifically with the Chinese, whoever, the, like, Muslims or whatever, like, unless they broke the law or were doing something shady, I don't understand, like, why you would, like, take them captive, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Because, like, you know, can't see their half. Like, what, like, I don't understand, like, what that means. Because there's extremists in every religion. Like, to say that, no, like, you're fine. Dave, about, like, you know, your phone being cracked or, like, not typing. You know what? JDPC probably does know. Let's get him on the phone. Let's figure this out. But, like, I understand people being apprehensive of the extremists because you should be. You should be very apprehensive of any extremist. Just saying. Like, for example, the Westboro Baptist Church. One could say that they're extremists, and I definitely don't, like, condone the stuff that they've done, you know? And I think, like, people forget that, like, there are extremists everywhere, and it's not just Muslim extremists. Like, I understand that the people who took down the Twin Towers on 9/11 were, like, not good people, like, at all. And I'm not trying to, like, justify that, because it's not okay. Like, spreading hatred in general is not okay. But at the same time, like, hating someone, is that a shed you're in? I am not in a shed. I'm not in a shed. I know okay, Dad calls it, like, my room, but this is, like next door is the bathroom, and then on the other side of the bathroom is, like, where we record our videos for his channel. So, like, I'm still downstairs, like, in our basement. I know it probably just, like, looks like a shed, because of the stuff I have on the wall, but it's definitely a proper room. Why can't I see anymore? Hold on a second. This is, like, weird. It's, like, not letting me see what people are saying. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess we'll figure out if... This is weird. It's like, oh, select the little down button, but I don't think anyone's typed. Anyway, whatever. YouTube's broken, I guess. Anyway, yeah, like, I just don't, like, I understand that those people hurt you. You know what? Actually, it's people hating Muslims is like Aragon hating, the Urgles. It's literally exactly like that. They hurt him, they traumatized him, and now he holds a deep-seated prejudice against them because a group of them did something to him, and, like, now he just can't understand. That's, like, literally exactly what it is. Anyway, so that's, like, how I feel about that. Like, I don't feel like we should hate anyone because of their religious beliefs, unless those religious beliefs are impeding upon someone else's, like, just natural human rights. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, I agree that we should all just get along. You know, I really do. One key. Nice Muslims. I mean, have you ever met a mean Muslim, I guess? Like, I'm just saying personally, I've never met a mean Muslim. Or someone... Okay, get out of here, California. Who do you think you are? Oh, you've met nice Muslims. Okay. I've never met, like, mean Muslims, so... That's that. But it's always so interesting, like, people get so worked up about the Muslim... What is happening? Who... Oh my gosh, okay. But people get so worked up about, like, the Muslim faith without really knowing, like, what it is. Like, for example, like, my dad, he's always, like, really angry about Muslims. Like, I don't really, like, understand, like, why, but he is, like, always. He's never not mad about them. And I'm like, okay. And I always just have to, like, joke it off, you know, because it's like, he's the kind of people that, like, isn't, like, he can't understand, you know, like, he just, I don't, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's terrorists in every race. There's, like, 20 countries in war right now. Yeah, like, it's not, like, it's not, like, a focused, like, thing where it's, like, just one group of people. So, it's like people all over are terrible. Because really, I feel like that's what it is. It's just like, yeah, you can't or don't want to argue with your parents. Personally, I want to, not like want to argue sounds like I'm trying to look for a fight. I don't want to argue with them. I want to have a conversation with them. But it's like they want to like argue about it, like I'm wrong and like I don't understand, and I'm like, okay. Gosh, like my dad, like it's just anything that's like different from him, he like doesn't understand, which like I get. It's hard to understand sometimes something that's different from you, or something that like just that you don't do. Like he came to visit me, and we went out to this brewery. We got pizza and beer and like whatever, having a good time. Anyway, so Dad and I ordered a pizza, and we got like a margarita pizza, which is like mozzarella, spinach, and like cherry tomatoes or like whatever. And my dad looks at me and he goes, "Are you guys vegetarian or something?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, you didn't get any meat on your pizza." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I hadn't noticed." Because it's just like personally, it's like, I don't care, eat meat, don't eat meat, whatever. But like, I just didn't notice. It just sounded like a good pizza. And so like when my dad was like, "What are you, like vegetarian or something?" And the way he said it like made it like it was such a bad thing. And I'm like, so what if I am vegetarian? Like what do you even mean, you know? But it's like little stuff like that. Like my dad was like, global warming doesn't exist. He hates people, like not hates people, he doesn't understand anyone different than him. Like sexuality, religion, anything. And like, I don't know, which I don't know, it's just like a whole thing. And it's like wild, because it's like, I'm not Christian and my dad's Christian. I don't even know if he knows I'm not Christian, because I just don't bring it up, because it's never like, he's never asked, and it's never like come up in like natural conversation. So yeah, old school for sure. He literally went to the doctor and they told him he needs to cut down on his red meat, and he pretty much was like, I'm not doing that, because they said that he could be like at risk for some health problems because he eats so much red meat. It's like red meat for breakfast, red meat for lunch, red meat for dinner, which meat isn't like inherently bad for you, but like when you're eating like that much red meat, like it's not good for you. Oh my gosh, this is so loud. I'm just so overly aware that this is loud. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely very old school. It's like weird trying to have a conversation with somebody who has a hard time understanding, I guess. And it's like he's old now. Well, he's not old, but he's like older. So he is a hunter. He does catch some of his own food. And by some, I mean whenever he goes hunting, which is usually October timeframe, or September, like whatever. Like that's usually when he goes hunting, just depending on what's in season. And if he catches anything, he eats it. But it's not like he goes out every weekend or like every other week or something to go catch his own meat. Like he very much like buys his meat from the store mostly. He actually did get a deer this last hunting trip, like it wasn't this last weekend, it was the weekend before. He got a deer, which I'm actually kind of hoping that he could, well, I don't know how possible it is, because like I'm not like, I don't know, like I don't really know if he could, but he might be able to. But it'd be like so cool if he could send me like venison, I guess, if he like jarred it or whatever, because I really do like venison and elk and stuff. That's awesome though. That's as 21. I know that your keyboard is like, your phone is broken, and like it's fine. Awesome. Shade Slayer. What am I like? I feel like I missed something. there for a moment. Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so he actually did get a deer. And I don't know if there's like a really like a way for him to send me any venison, but like I'd be down for venison. Like I definitely am not like opposed to like eating meat and stuff like that. I just, there's something about like industrial farming that I don't love. Cause like I'm like kind of vegetarian, I guess, but I'm also like not opposed to eating meat, so I don't really know. What? Okay, I feel like I would say it's like almost like paleo when they're like, oh, what the cavemen would have eaten, but the cavemen probably wouldn't have eaten a lot of meat, like, to be honest. So what you should be, I feel like what I am is like actually paleo. I guess, yeah, like the gaminess of it. I like the gaminess of it. Like, I like that a lot, I think is what I like about it. I remember the last time my dad got an elk. Oh my god, this was a long ass time ago. The last time he got an elk, I was 20 or 21. And so I think that was the last time I had elk. It was like I was 20 or 21 because he had like a bunch of it in his fridge and it was so good. He made spaghetti like with meat sauce. It was so good. So no pepperoni pizza. I mean, I'm like not against eating meat. I just would prefer to not eat it, I guess, as much. Like if I'm gonna eat pizza, like I'm probably gonna have meat on it. I don't like cheese pizza and I don't like the way vegetables are cooked on pizza. Excuse me. Ooh. Got heartburn because I'm fucking old. Anyway, but if I'm gonna get pizza, like I'm gonna get meat on it. My favorite pizza is probably like chicken bacon ranch. But I would prefer to eat like just a not meat-based meal. Dead actually makes this really bomb cauliflower curry soup, which is like the fucking shit. Also it's soup season now, and like that's all I'm gonna be able to eat, so that's where I'm at. Okay, I mean, that's close enough. I think this will be good. Probably start cutting out pieces. I'm thinking. I do like love salad. I like vegetables. When I was a little kid and my mom would be like cooking and she'd be like cutting up vegetables and stuff, I'd go in there in the kitchen and she would always like cut me up like extra veggies because I would go in there and I would just like start eating all of the vegetables that she was cutting up to cook. You've had the Impossible Whopper. I have had the Impossible Whopper. I actually really like it. I don't think it's a bad burger. I just wish, like, I don't know if it's the Burger King that I go to or what, but it's like they don't put any fucking condiments on it. They hardly put any vegetables on it. Like, the patty is like big. It's like a big patty, and they put like a piece of lettuce and like a piece of a tomato. It's like they don't put like really any veggies on it, and they only put mustard, or they don't put any mustard. I had to ask to get mustard. They put mayo and ketchup on it. It's good. I just like to come home and put mustard on it because I think it's way better with mustard. At least my Burger King doesn't put a lot of condiments on it, so it's like a little bit dry, but otherwise I really like it. So, okay. Oh, I should probably, you know what? Okay. I need to take a quick little bathroom break, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Let's... Boop. Okay, so I need to do the collar. Okay. So Dave's, what state do you live in? I feel like so many people that we've like done like contests and stuff for, like I've never won anything before. And it's like kind of wild. And I'm guessing it's probably just because like our community, I mean, I don't know, it's the Dead Inside community has been growing like at an exponential rate. And before long it won't be very small. But I feel like at the moment, like the community is like relatively small. And so, I think a lot of it'll be like, it's been easier for people to like win things when that they normally haven't like won, you know? Okay, so I need to do this collar. I love this song. I just need to do this. I was so ready to just like sew it together, to be honest. I feel like I'm cold all of a sudden. The temperature like must have dropped outside. Also, what the fuck? It's so dark. It's like really cloudy outside. I don't know what happened. Must be fall. Actually, I'll use some scrap because recycling. Oh, I need to tape this bad boy down. Why don't you sew up and then sell them? Like on eBay? Okay. This specific project is for me. I really want like a Sherpa lined denim jacket, like a trucker. And so that's kind of like what this is. However, I do, well, not so much right now, but I do like make and sell clothing that I design on my Etsy. And so like I do make and sell stuff there. I do have one project that I just need to like finish the beading on. I mean, otherwise, like if I make stuff for like videos or whatever that I decide like I don't really want to wear, like I might just like sell or give away or something. But, ooh, this is almost, this might be too small. Or maybe not, I don't know. It is like a hair. Too small. Okay. I don't think I have any bigger pieces, so I'm definitely gonna have to... Well, I could probably like Frankenstein some pieces of paper together. Okay. Let's... But... Like, as far as like this kind of stuff, I don't know if this is like necessarily like my passion, I guess. Like I don't, like this is the first thing I've ever really done making like altering something that I purchased from a thrift store and like making it into something that I do want. So I don't really know if this is like for me necessarily. And Bobcat, I have seen Girl Boss on Netflix. I bought the Girl Boss book. I love, oh my god, what the fuck is her name? I forgot what her name is, but she's just like such a cool person, and like Nasty Gal is just cool. Like the whole thing is fucking cool. Seen the ending of Tall Girl. I haven't seen Tall Girl, and I don't know what that means. Like, I don't, like, know... I know that people were like, oh, it's, like, a new show, but, like, I don't know, like, what it is. So, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. Okay. Let's... This is gonna be a little rough, I think. I don't really know what it's like about. And I actually, there's this guy I follow on YouTube, and he like will post videos. It's like, oh god, what did he do? Like Riverdale? Like Riverdale doesn't make any sense. Or, like, and then, or like, Vampire Diaries is a weird show or something. Like, he just does stuff like that, like, where he, like, analyzes and criticizes the show. And I didn't watch the one about Tall Girl because I haven't seen it. But I think his, like, title of that video was, like, Tall Girl is kind of a stupid movie or something. So, I don't know. I might watch it. I don't know. I hadn't really... Alex Myers. Yes. He's so good. Oh, I need some scrap. I have actually a little waste bin full of my scrap. So, ooh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So we'll tape this baby down. I think this will be plenty big enough. But yeah, Alex Myers is fucking great. And then it kind of like, because I had heard about it kind of, the Tall Girl, and then I just saw his like title and I was like, oh, like not that he, because I know he like talks a lot of shit about like Riverdale. Like I like Riverdale because it's a teen drama, and you know me. But I don't know, it just kind of like scared me away from it a little bit because I was like, I don't really know if I want to watch it. If Alex Myers says it's bad. It's probably not that bad. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna freak out. Alright, we're gonna just add this on. I really should have gotten like water or something. I'm parched. Let me tell you what. Okay. I just like don't want to cut out any more paper. You know what I mean? I just don't want to cut off that roll. I owe it to you and Dad, that guy, the Carlin Brothers and Nostalgia Critic made me want to do a channel. Aw. Well, I'm glad that that was like a motivation and inspiration for you. Because like making YouTube videos, like even though, I mean, I like the idea of like video production, but since like that was never like something I was particularly interested in, I was kind of like, oh well, maybe like making YouTube videos like isn't fun, like isn't for me. But then when I saw like other people like doing YouTube videos and they were doing like whatever they wanted, and they were all having fun, I was like, I want to do one too. Whatever happened to your gaming channel? So okay, it's still something we talk about and we still want to continue to do. It literally, like, we had time, like when we started it, had a lot of time to like do it, and then my schedule at work started getting like crazier and crazier and more inconsistent, and then all of a sudden it was like we were struggling to do like our regular videos, which is like truly a bummer because I really was liking the Norse mythology. So I think I'm just gonna do a straight across thing here. But anyway, so it's not forgotten. We still have like talked about it, so hopefully I mean, okay, so if you haven't heard, I am actually losing my job, and it may be a blessing in disguise that I'm losing my job, because now maybe I can because then maybe I can find a job that's like a Monday through Friday, like 8 to 5, and not have to worry so much about like, okay, well, I work till 9 p.m. and like dad has to work in the morning and all that kind of stuff, because like that's mostly what it's been, is like me fucking working until 9 p.m. because the manager that was the closing manager got, what is this man doing? Excuse me, sir, please stop. Fucking dude wasn't even looking at me and just stressed me out. I'm like, oh my god, he's watching me. Just fake your resume. Well, okay, so I don't feel like I'll have like a hard time getting a job, and I'm not like getting fired. My establishment, I work at a Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's going out of business, so it's not like, wow, there's a lot of people out, go away. So it's not like I'm getting fired, so I won't have trouble finding another job. We're just like going out of business, so I'm losing my job tentatively around Thanksgiving. So that's kind of that. But hopefully I can find something that has a better schedule naturally, like just working like an office job. So hopefully that pans out. I don't think after working at this, because we started, like, we announced like our closing and stuff to the public, and I fucking absolutely hate working there now. Like at first it was like fine, but now that we've been closing, the customers are awful. I never want to work in retail ever again. This has been the literal worst experience I've ever had at a job, and I've worked at 3 different Walmarts. So, dropped my little pattern there. So if that tells you anything, it's pretty bad. So I am like over it for sure. Okay, I'm gonna move this light over here. But yeah, so hopefully with me getting a different job that has a better work schedule, we'll be able to do all of the things that we've been like really wanting to do. Like that murder mystery box that we have. It's like a series of boxes, and like they're sent monthly, and we just got the last one. So I've been patiently waiting for us to be able to like get our shit sorted, to do like a fun little like thing. Explain this murder mystery box. So basically what it is, it's like a subscription box that I signed up for. It was a 6-month subscription box, and we just received our last box like a couple days ago. And basically what it is we are the detectives basically, and every month they send you more clues and more information about the case, and you have to solve the case. So it's basically like a game. It's like Clue in real life. And I love Clue. It's my favorite board game. So, you know, if anybody wants to get me a birthday present. So that's basically what it is. I haven't seen anybody's videos on YouTube. I haven't looked anything up. We opened the first box when we were kind of like not sure if we were gonna record it or not. And so at first we were like, oh, we should record this. And then it was like, maybe not. Maybe we should just do it on our own time. And then we kind of were back and forth. And so we had at one point opened the first box and we didn't look at anything. Everything, I believe, was like in a manila envelope. Like, it was pretty cool. So, and there was like a little UV light, like flashlight. And I'm so excited because I saw like some of the stuff, like it gives you like articles, newspaper clippings, suspect like interviews and statements and stuff. And they spread all the clues you'll need out for like, you'll need to solve the entire case like across the 6 months. So you can't just like solve it in like the first month because you don't have all the clues. But I don't know like what the story even is. Like, we haven't looked at it like at all. So like, I don't even know what case is like needing to be solved, but it's like gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited. Like, we want to do like a whole thing. It's gonna be like really cute. So I'm very excited about it. Okay, so tape this bad boy together. But like, we kind of want to make it like a whole like thing, like a whole production. So I think we'll be probably recording it for a while before we ever post it, because I think it's going to take a lot of like production time. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of editing and there's going to be a lot of scripting stuff and like that kind of a thing. So like, I don't really want to spoil it, but it's going to be like we want it to be a whole thing. So it's going to take a little while to do. But hopefully, I mean, I'm planning on only looking for jobs that are like Monday through Friday, like 8 to 5, so that I can have like a set schedule. And we'll actually have more time to record like gaming and stuff like that, because I really miss, like, my schedule has been such shit lately because our closing manager got fired, and so now I'm the closing manager because no one else can close. I've been working only 12:30 to 9, like almost exclusively, which is fine, but like makes it difficult to like record, because it's like every other week I'm working like between 7 and 8 days in a row, and like that makes it hard to record as well. When Dead's days off, like Dead will have days off and I'm just like working, and so hopefully soon everything will get back into order the way it should be. I just like cannot wait to not work in retail anymore, because for real, it's the worst. But okay, so games, I love games. Games are my favorite. I love board games. I love like murder mystery. I like tabletop games, like in general, video games. So I'm like fucking excited for this murder mystery box. Like, we got our last one and I just kept staring at it for like a few days. I was like, God, I just can't wait till we do this. So look forward to that. I don't know when it'll be out. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't want to say any times because like I don't know what our schedule looks like, but hopefully soon. Soonish anyway. Oh man. Okay. Patterns drain my soul. Can I just say, this is the worst part of sewing, is the patterns. I just want to fucking put this together. That's it. You've seen the Game Night movie. It's boring, but the ending is crazy. I have not. Isn't that the one where they think it's like a game, but it's like not a game and they're gonna die or something? I mean, I don't really know for sure. I just feel like maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, the temperature is like gotta be out of control because I'm like very warm now. Unless I'm sick and dying. That's a possibility. Okay, what? I don't know. I'm gonna be able to finish this in like a reasonable amount of time. Because dogs are outside. They probably need to come back in soon. I mean, they have water. But like, sometimes it's hard to get them inside, to be honest. Because they're like rooting around in the fucking yard, trying to get the neighbor dog. Also, I'm kind of getting hungry. I thought this was going to be maybe a little bit faster. I might just have to finish this up. Because Sunday is my next day off. And so I might have to wrap it up then. Just because oh no, what kind of dog does your sister have? Just cause like I've got other things to do, as much as I just want to like sew all day. I do need to, like, when I was talking about like my Etsy earlier, because I do have like that that garment I really just like need to finish. It's just been sitting there for like about 100 years. So I definitely need to like get it done. A husky too. Oh my gosh, okay. Freya, I feel like we've mentioned this before, but like Freya is like definitely bulking up for the winter. And she is fucking chunky. Like that little girl, oh my god. She is fat. And there's like no other way around it. Okay, where can I put this? Ooh. Okay. Let me just clean up here really quick because I am clearly making a huge mess. And then I think I might pin the patterns to this and then kind of wrap, like that's where I think I might end it for today. And then probably finish it up on Sunday and like cut the pieces out and sew them. Because also I don't, like I want to like be at my sewing machine and then you can still like see what I'm doing and we can still like chat and like whatever while I'm sewing. And so that'll at least give me some time to also figure out the camera situation for the sewing machine, because I currently have two sewing machines. No, that's wrong. Two cameras. This one, like my overhead camera, I don't really want to move. But I might be able to move my, like, this face camera. So we'll see. But I think I'll pin these on so nothing gets lost or weird anywhere. And then Sunday I'll be a little bit more prepared, I think, for live streaming. I just feel like, because I was live streaming on Twitch, but I was thinking about it and I felt like it kind of like didn't make any sense for me to stream on Twitch. Not like it didn't make any sense. I feel like maybe I'll do like gaming on Twitch or something, because maybe, I don't know, whatever, but what am I trying to say? Oh, this was like my first time like streaming on YouTube, because I have been streaming on Twitch, and I was like, well, it kind of makes more sense to do YouTube since like people that like subscribe or whatever are here and not there. So I was like, well, like maybe that'll be fine. But I don't know. There was just like a lot of different like setup for it that I didn't really anticipate. So, okay. I kind of feel like I don't know about this. Okay. So pin these. Anyway, grabbing on to his love handles. I'm just glad that the camera stopped doing that weird glitchy thing, to be honest. Yeah, like, okay, honestly, can I just say, like, how do dogs have love handles? Like, how's that even possible? Because, like, Freya straight up has love handles, too. It's like, she's just, like, bulking up for the winter, I guess. I don't know if I want to do the sleeves. I might not. I would prefer to do the sleeves. I think I would want the whole thing lined, but I think those might be a little bit difficult, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. I'll do some research, and then I might make the sleeve pattern like off camera, and then on Sunday we can like cut everything out and then sew it together and like finish it then, I think. I'm hoping, I don't think my rotary cutter will be able to cut through all the fabric. I don't know, I can try. It's just so thick because it's like a faux fur. But I don't know, we'll see. I really want to get like tabletop scissors, and they're a little bit different. So like this is like a regular shape of a scissor, like of scissors, but tabletop scissors, like it's all flat here, and then the handles are like up and around, so you like would grab it like up here, and so you would be like, you can cut easier instead of having your hand underneath the fabric and having it lift up. But I don't know if I'll be able to afford that by Sunday. So, but I feel like those would probably be best in this scenario. But I do appreciate you guys like coming and hanging out. Excuse me. I kind of like didn't really anticipate anyone showing up, just because I haven't really live streamed on my YouTube channel since literally like probably a year ago when I was trying to do the Inktober and like live stream that, which I'm thinking I would like to do this year as well, but actually like complete it. Unfortunately last year we were like in the middle of moving, so being able to like record and like live stream on a daily basis was a little bit difficult, as you could imagine. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out. It's like so much, like, this is so much fun. It really is. Because then it's like I can hang out, you know, and like sew. It's nice. Okay. Dude, time does fly. Because what time is it? It's like probably 5:30. Yeah, it's like 15 till. And I was planning on, actually before I started recording I was like, ooh, because usually I try to stream for about like maybe 2 hours, because I feel like what can you get done in like an hour? And I feel like I just went to bed late and I woke up late, and I was like, I don't know, whenever I like wake up late and go to bed late and stuff, I just never really like feel like on my A game. And I was like, well, I don't really know like if like I'm gonna be like streaming for like all that long then, since I'm just like not really feeling like super great. Krell, hello, m'lady. Oh my gosh, I saw your comment that you weren't sure if you were gonna be able to hang out at the live streams. and I was like gonna like message back, but it was like when I was getting ready for the live stream, and I totally like fucking spaced out. I don't know why I'm putting the lid on that, because I still need those. I'm actually gonna wrap up the stream here soon-ish. I'm just gonna pin my patterns to the fabric, and then next time on Sunday I'm going to what am I saying? I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna like cut on Saturday. I'm gonna cut the patterns out and then sew them together, and that'll give me some time to, because I kind of wasn't really sure what I was gonna like stream today either. I was like, well, I could do something easy and just like draw or something or whatever, but I really did want to like get this started. It's just taken a little bit longer than I anticipated. I didn't really prepare for the camera like on my sewing machine, which I would really like, so I don't know, I'll have to figure that out, but being able to wrap this up on Sunday gives me the time to be able to figure it out, so that I don't just like disappear for 5 minutes while I'm sewing on my machine. Are gloves hard to make? I've never made gloves. However, I've seen a lot of tutorials on Pinterest for making gloves, and they don't seem too hard. Like, you literally, to make the pattern, you just trace around your hand and then cut two and then like sew it together, and like then you flip it inside out and you have a glove. In theory, that seems like it should work, and especially for like a costume, like I'm not trying to make it like, it doesn't need to be that serious, like, you know what I mean? So it doesn't have to look perfect. I like to think of when I do stuff for myself, like costumes or like clothing and stuff, like it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I just need to like go with my gut, whatever feels right, and then like if I mess up, it's fine, because it's just for me. I'm not trying to like sell it or like whatever. And so it's more of like a practice thing. So I don't know how well this is going to work. We'll see. I mean, worst case scenario, it's not perfect. I feel like it'll work okay. It'll do the job well enough. So but gloves could be kind of cool. I wonder if, I don't know, I'm gonna start like going off on a tangent, so I can't think about this right now. But gloves could be kind of cool, or like some sort of like armband type deal. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Oh yeah, trial and error for sure. So we'll see. I don't know. Because I feel like it's like when you're on YouTube, it's kind of like things need to be planned out a little bit more, and like prepared and like kind of scripted out. But at the same time, like that is not who I am really as a person. The only things I can plan are vacations, and that's it. So anything else is up to the whims of the universe. Should I just cut these out now? I don't know. We'll leave it for now, because I'm needing dinner, because it's dinner time. I don't plan shit. Yeah, I don't really plan anything either. I try to plan stuff. I really try like really hard to like be organized and like plan stuff, but I think I plan, when I try to plan, I feel like I'm planning like too much, and I'm not leaving enough room for life to happen in between, which inevitably does happen. You know, like I get a phone call or something happens, or like the dog takes a shit on the bed. Like it's like something inevitably happens, and it's like I'm just like not, like I don't have time in my schedule because I've like packed everything so tight that I'm like, oh my god, and it throws me off my game, and then I never want to plan anything ever again, and then it's just a whole thing. And then I only need one of those, so I'm gonna flip this baby around. when I get patterns like pinned on and it's like looking like a thing, that gets me like really excited. Do you know what I mean? Like, because then it feels like it's turning into a thing. Like something's happening. Oh my god, there's dog hair everywhere. All over everything, always. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait until I start sewing it together and it's like a thing. You know what I mean? When it starts like coming to life, I get fucking excited about it. We don't want that marker on there. We don't want those holes from the selvage. Sorry if my head's like kind of in the way sometimes when I'm doing this. Okay. I'll just pin that. Oops, okay, that went right through my pattern piece. Okay, there we go. It just like, I don't know, gets me like excited. Like when I'm working on a project and things start like moving along, especially like, okay, so probably some of the best advice I've ever heard was on a skating video, because I'm trying to learn how to skateboard, and he was saying, like, when you're practicing tricks, do something that you know you'll feel like you're progressing at and like productive doing when you're kind of like stuck on something. Like trying to learn how to ollie, like if you're just like not getting the ollie, like stop and go like skate around and like do something you know you can do, like just skate around, or like skate off a curb or something and like feel like good about something and like you've completed something, and then like go back at it and try it again. Because I feel like on my like collection that I'm trying to design, like doing the patterns for, I hate doing the patterns. It's like not fun for me at all. And so I've kind of been feeling a little bit like in a slump about it, and like I don't want to do it because I just feel like I'm not progressing and like nothing is happening with it, because it just takes so long to make the patterns, and I'm just like, I'm not practiced at it, and that's really why it's taking so long. But then I was like, you know what, I just need to do something like little to like do something to feel like I'm doing something, so that I can like go back at it and like try again and like pin it, like finishing patterns and like pinning them onto a fabric and like feeling like I'm actually progressing, doing something, like really makes me feel like I could work on those patterns again. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm just like rambling. I'm probably rambling a little bit, but you know, that's who I am as a person, so but yeah. So this is like making me feel like good. Like I could like have these pinned on and then finish this up on Sunday, and then I feel good like I can like work on the patterns that I've been meaning to work on for an eon, you know? Okay. So all of this is pinned on. I think I'm definitely gonna have to wrap this up here because I'm getting hungry and like uncomfortable because I'm hungry. So we'll just, I don't really know where to put this. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's do, okay. Put this in half. There. It's okay. Okay. So, yeah, thank you. Goodbye. Have a good night, guys. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. I will be streaming on Sunday as well, hopefully around the same-ish time. So like 3:30. I'm like hoping more towards 3 p.m. instead of 3:30. I just had a little bit more like setup than I anticipated this time, so I was a little bit late. But anyways, if you guys want to like hang out on Sunday, I'll see you there. But I appreciate everybody like coming to hang out, and I'm excited to do more of these, so I will see you guys later. Bye. me just, awkwardly just, boop, there we go.
Well, I met you at the blood bank. We were looking at the bags, wondering if any other color matched any of the names we knew on the tags. You said, see, look at that's yours, stacked on top with your brothers. See how they resemble one another, even in the plastic little covers. And I say, I know it well. That secret that you know, but you don't know how to tell. It fucks with your honor, and it teases your head. But you know that it's good, girl, 'cause it's running you is red. Then the snow started falling. We were stuck out in your car. You were rubbing both my hands, chewing on a candy bar. You said, ain't this just like the present, to be showing up like this? There's a moon when you're crescent. We started to kiss. And I said, I know it well. That secret that we know, that we don't know how to tell. I'm in love with your honor, I'm in love with your cheeks. What's that noise up the stairs, babe? Is that Christmas morning